did you once once you sign up these contracts and got money upfront, did you create a kind of beta version of this product, or did you promise that you'll create the entire product or MVP? So what was your promise? Because why I'm asking, nowadays lots of people ask me, for example, how if I will validate an idea and I find a challenge that my market has and I can solve it with a new product, should I build a beta? Should I build an MVP and then market it? Or should I create an entire product and then go live? Or how did you approach?
Yeah, well, you've heard of the company Dell Computers, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Yes,
So,
of course.
right. So Dell says they have negative inventory. So they sell a product and then they go build it. Right. And so it's actually negative inventory. They don't have to keep a whole lot of computers on their shelves. I'm kind of a similar CEO and founder. We've had white label relationships with tech partners that are unknown to the world. So in the first 60 to 90 days, we actually partnered with Outreach. We partnered with ZoomInfo for data. We partnered with another company for social and then another company for personalization. So we were the aggregator of multiple technologies into one. And therefore I bought those technologies as the customer needed them. I didn't have to build an MVP. Now, I'm assuming a lot of the founders on this call are building their own software technology. My challenge to you would be, is there something you could use that's 80% of what you envision building and go resell it for the first 3 to 6 months, get money in the door first, just like our $337,000, and then use that money to start building deeper integrations or hiring engineers and building software. But I'm very much on the sales side. I'd rather sell the vision, sell the product, and then build the people and the technology around it to go deliver to that requirement.
Yeah, but I think it maybe makes more sense when you are selling enterprise solution, or maybe you are selling to enterprise market, because if you plan to launch a mass market B2B SaaS, it would be a bit difficult, because if you have a low ticket SaaS selling it for $15 per month, it would be extremely hard to generate enough funding to build this software.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, this is, our product starts at $500 a month, and then a normal customer might spend $7,000 a month. So it's definitely a lot different than a $15 to $99 a month product. I'm not sure how many, well, example, there's a company called Thinkific, and they do learning management system kind of things. And so we are considering, and we're likely going to build a new sales content learning management system with some pretty cool proprietary ideas built into it. Now, when we started over the last 8 weeks, we started, meeting weekly with about 4 different leaders from different companies. And we thought, hey, let's go hire an engineering team. Let's all put in $50,000. Now we've got 200. Let's build it. Well, before we built it, we said, let's just go look at what's there. Well, Thinkific was recommended by multiple people. And so now we discovered, wow, we can pay them, I don't know, a couple $100 a month and get thousands of users. And then we can bolt on to the top of that our proprietary IP related ideas. And now we can charge our users $49, $15, $49, $99. We haven't figured out the price yet, but we think we can build an entire proprietary platform on top of someone else's. So I even think in mass market, if you look around enough, pause the tape, the odds are somebody has been there first in the market you want to go in, and maybe you can partner with them before going and spending hundreds of thousands of dollars of building a product.
Yeah, thanks a lot. That's brilliant insight. I entirely agree with you. Um, the question that pumped me, is when you were selling this product, or let's say product vision upfront, did you provide any product roadmap or described features you want to build, or you just sold a vision?
We've always had this concept of data, digital, and dials. And so at the highest level, we wanted to be not just a meeting provider for customers, but a full outsourced business development company. And so, we've got this roadmap vision of all of those components working symbiotically together. But we started, with bits and pieces of the model. So yeah, it was important to have that future vision. And now, companies approach us and say, hey, we've got a really cool, better mousetrap. Why don't you guys start selling our product? And, we'll look at them, we'll sign a master services agreement. We'll build a white label version under ScaleX brand. And then we go to market with new items that fit within data, digital, and dials concept. But yeah, having the bigger vision, I think, is very important in the early days.
Got it. Thank you. And I'm comfortable with sharing any data about your company. So where are you at the moment? What's your team size at the moment? What's your maybe MRR or annual recurring revenue? Just to give an idea how quickly did it grow during this couple of
for
years?
sure. Well, it's interesting. I think a lot of founders look at headcount as I'm successful, I added 10 people to the team. I learned in March of last year, I had a month that was hard, right? I'm used to selling $100,000 to $200,000 a month. And we did 1 month of 30,000. And so I had a team at the time of 5 or 6 people, and I learned, wow, I didn't need that big of a team. So yeah, now I'm much more nimble. And, the first year that I mentioned, we started in Q4 of 2017, we did 337,000. That was our first quarter. Nice. And I was just like, holy cow, how was that even possible? And that was basically a month of selling. So I thought, wow, if we could do 337 a month, this is going to be amazing. We skimmed a little bit of the cream is what I learned. So we didn't quite do it 337 a month, but we ended the next year at 938,000. So that was 2018. Mm-hmm. And then last year we did 1.2 million, just over 1.2 million. This year pre-corona, we were pacing to do 2. Oh, and nice. we think we're going to, there's going to be a little dampening of some of our SMB customers where normally they would have come in at a $7,000 price tag, but we have a $500 price tag. So what I'm explaining to a lot of these founders is, look, if I'm you, I wouldn't make a $7,000 bet per month right now with a company like me, but I would make a $500 bet because there's low-hanging fruit in the social outreach. So let's go get you the best possible meetings we can at scale, and then you can buy your way up the pyramid to a bigger product. And we're also putting a little on the line in terms of risk reward. So, hey, normally we would charge $7,000. We've got an offer right now for $4,500 a month, and then pay a % of your revenue as you drive deals from the use of our product. So we think we're going to see a lot more of that between now and the end of the year. Companies like ours are going to have to put a little bit of their revenue at risk to be rowing in the same boat with the customer, right? And we both have the same objective, which is ultimately getting a meeting is nice. Getting a signed deal and money in the bank from a customer, that's what they're ultimately after. Mm-hmm. So I think we'll do 1.8 to $2 million this year, even in the face of what we're facing. The trick is you have to look. In fact, I'm doing a webinar in a couple hours. We've got a whole program developed around, think of the 4 Ps of marketing: product, price, promotion, and distribution. Okay. So what can you change from your product perspective, right? How can you price it differently? How can you promote it differently? and then how can you distribute it differently? So maybe channel resellers, there's a lot of great salespeople who are being let go right now. Well, then you better have a contractor option on your website. Hey, click here to become a sales contractor for ScaleX and fill out this form, and then we'll talk to you, and you can earn a % if you bring us into your customers. So you've got to think out of the box in this time. There's probably ways that you can actually grow your business now more than you could have a month ago. You just have to be smart about how to apply and align the 4 Ps to the market.
Yeah, you definitely need to experiment with different ways how you can sell, right? So what you're saying is that you could try an affiliate program or sell more through referrals, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I'll give you an example. Customer called me yesterday morning at 7:30 Mountain Time, which means it was 6:30 a.m. her time. She's in Los Angeles.
Oh, okay.
She said, Chad, I'm representing a company that sells masks right now.
Oh.
And they just sold 100 million to Costco.
Wow.
And so she goes, we need to get to Burger King, McDonald's, all of the biggest companies in the world, Starbucks, anyone who are going to send employees back and need masks. So she goes, I don't have time to go build an email campaign and social and all this. What would you do? You're my advisor. I said, well, here's what we're going to do.
Okay, go on.
We pulled a list of 1,200 chief procurement officers from the biggest companies in the world. We had their direct dial phone number. We recorded a 37-second voicemail to those people. Just one size fits all. Hey, this is Danielle. I'm calling from this company, and mask alert. And and within 2 hours of the time she called me, we hit the go button, and our machine, our system goes out, dials all these numbers, and then drops the 37-second voicemail. She got, I thought she would get 5 callbacks per hour. She got a little less than that. She got more like 2 per hour, and we did 100 voicemails per hour. But she said, Chad, I sold a $50,000 deal and a $500,000 deal yesterday from the time 6:30 in the morning till 5 p.m. I talked to her at 7 o'clock at night while I was on my hike at the mountain. And she said, you're not going to believe how much we sold. I want to pay you more. And I said, no, you don't have to pay me more. Just do a good case study and I'll be happy.
Just send over another customer, right?
Yeah, just send a few more. Or give me some masks or something. The message is be creative in these times. I'm hearing companies say, shut it down. Don't do any calls. Don't do any emails. It's the worst. Yeah, if you want to go out of business, then sure, turn off your pipeline. But I say change the message. Find companies like that mask company who need your product and sell to them, right? There's people buying right now.
Sure, like mask companies, sanitizing companies, a lot of those, right? So those all need business, right? So that's the right time now. It's a lot of opportunity right now.
That's right.
For all those companies. Right. Sure.